The Khalistanis have forced him. And this greedy man, Justin Trudeau, it's been months and months. This man has not offered proof. He blames India for killing Niger. Fine, you can do that. It's within your rights to blame anybody. But then you should back it up by proof. The entire immigration scam, which is called Khalistan, you have to give it some sort of a political facade. It was Justin Trudeau's father as Prime Minister who let everybody come inside. Jai friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the CHANAKYA Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. And I have a request for you before this video starts. A lot of people in CHANAKYA Dialogues English, in fact, we don't get any questions from you. There are a lot of comments, but there are no questions. You know, questions and answers are a way by which I can connect with you, and I would love to connect with you. And if you have any questions, do ask. We'll be grateful for your support in this regard. And also, like this video. Now, there is trouble brewing for Justin Trudeau. You know, he's the Prime Minister of Canada, and you're also aware that in the approval ratings, he is falling very steadily. Now, there was a situation of an emergency in Canada during the COVID time. And today I'm going to tell you what has happened to Justin Trudeau's decision about invoking an emergency during that period. So here's the news. Canada's federal judge Richard Mosley has ruled that Canada's use of emergency powers to end the anti-government Freedom Convoy protests 2 years ago was unreasonable and unjustified. And he said that Mosley said that it violated Canada's Rights Charter. Now, why was the emergency invoked? Now, here is the real story. So, ladies and gentlemen, what happened during the COVID time is that there were a lot of Canadians who did not want to get vaccinated, amongst them truckers. So, what they started was the Freedom Convoy. What is the Freedom Convoy? A bunch of these guys got together and they went all the way to Ottawa, where at the Parliament Hill, you know, they blocked that area. And for weeks they were there. And this got massive international attention. And Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, on February 14, 2022, 3 weeks into the protest, he said, nothing doing. This is a state of emergency. And these people are, you know, violating the law. These people are breaking the law. And these people are causing a national security issue to Canada. People were arrested. Foreigners were not allowed to go there. Now, this is Canada, and this is Justin Trudeau, who prides himself for being a paragon of free speech. In fact, this is the guy who said that, you know, anybody, all the Khalistanis can come to Canada and they can give death threats from Canada. It's freedom of speech. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of assembly, freedom of expression. Canada is the most free country in the world. That is what Justin Trudeau says. But the fact of the matter is that when a couple of truckers and a few individuals actually decided to speak against Justin Trudeau, he clamped emergency on them, and they said that people were arbitrarily arrested and there were human rights violations also. Cases have been filed. As I mentioned before, he did not allow any foreigners because he was afraid of the foreign media. So when the foreign media went to these truckers and these people, you know, the part of the Freedom Convoy said, why are you protesting? What is happening? The police would just say, I'm sorry, you're not allowed here. You know, take them behind, take them away from all that. This Justin Trudeau is the same guy when India was facing the farmer protests. It was this guy who said that I stand with farmers, I stand with peaceful protest, I stand with free speech, I stand with freedom of expression. Justin Trudeau is a hypocrite. Justin Trudeau is a crook. Because he is happy to support anarchy all over the world. He's happy to support protests, even if they are violent in nature, all over the world, especially in India. I don't know why he loves India so much. Justin Trudeau is willing to do all of that. But when it comes to him, when it comes to a contrary opinion in Canada, today, you know, after hearing Judge Mosley speak about all that, I feel India is far more freer than Canada. Far more freer. Nothing happened, you know, for a very long time. For over a year, people were sitting in the Shaheen Bagh protests. The government didn't take any action. They kept on sitting, kept on sitting. The farmers were sitting there for a very, very long time. Nobody did anything to the farmers. There was no police. Journalists went, met the farmers. The cameras were there throughout the day and night. Nobody said anything. I don't know what is wrong with Justin Trudeau for that matter. Why should he do something like this? This is a man who uses free speech as a punchline, who uses democracy as a punchline, and who wants to actually influence decision making in other countries. But he's not willing for 1 minute even to allow a couple of Canadians getting together and speaking freely about a problem that they have. This is Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, the paragon of Canadian democracy for you. Now, the federal government has obviously said that they are going to appeal the decision, and they are saying that we don't agree, but doesn't matter. The judge has already ruled, and they can disagree with this, and they can appeal the decision of the judge. But the fact of the matter is, this is what he said on his Twitter account. This is regarding the farmers' protest in India. The situation is concerning, and we are all very worried about family and friends, and I know that this is a reality for many of you. He's expressing concern. Why? Because the Khalistanis have forced him. And this greedy man, Justin Trudeau, right? This greedy man, just for political gain of a few Khalistanis, he has a comment to make on something which is an Indian matter entirely, and it was sorted out in India. He did it because of votes. Now, friends, speaking about Khalistanis, an FIR has been filed against designated terrorist Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, and he's part of the banned organization called Sikhs for Justice. And Pannu made objectionable remarks about the Durgiana Temple, a major Hindu worship place in Amritsar, in a video clip posted on social media. This man is such a pain. Now, he says that Durgiana Temple has no historical significance in Hinduism and warned the temple management to shut its gates. Pannu has been booked on charges of promoting enmity between different groups on ground of religion or race, blah, blah, and he also issued a threat to the Chief Minister and the DGP of Police. So this is what Gurpatwant Singh Pannu is doing, and I would like to come back to Canada for a minute. Now, Canada created, I should say Justin Trudeau created such a shindy about the Nijjar killing. Now, it's been months and months. This man has not offered proof, not once. He blames India for killing Nijjar. Fine, you can do that. It's within your rights to blame anybody, but then you should back it up by proof. And he said that on the floor of the Canadian Parliament. He said it on the floor of the Canadian Parliament, and then he backtracked. He said, I just said it so that India does not take any action in the future. I wanted to put it out in the open, because that will deter India from taking any action in the future. Now, what has happened here is that this whole truckers exercise, the freedom convoy, I don't think there were many Khalistanis involved in this. Because Khalistanis will not do anything to upset Justin Trudeau. Because they are there because of Justin Trudeau and his father. It was Justin Trudeau's father who covered up for the Kanishka bombings. It was Justin Trudeau's father who let these people go. That Panwar guy who was there, they let him go. It was his father who influenced the courts in Canada. It was Justin Trudeau's father when, as Prime Minister, when he was the Prime Minister, he actually gave support, and that is the time when actually Khalistanis had been, going there for some time now, but this man opened the floodgates for Khalistanis. Entire villages went, and everybody lying about the fact that they were Khalistani. You see, what has happened is that this entire immigration scam, which is called Khalistan, you have to give it some sort of a political facade. Otherwise, nobody will believe you, and people will think you're crooks, which you are. I'm talking about the Khalistanis here. It was Justin Trudeau's father, as Prime Minister, who let everybody come inside. And he celebrated the fact that these people spoke against India because they lied. All of them lied. What does a Khalistani do when he wants a citizenship of the UK or US or any other country? He said, no, actually we are Khalistanis and we are waging a political struggle against India, and we are getting beaten up and stuff like that. They say all this nonsense and people believe them. People believe them in various countries. People believe them in the UK. People believe them in the US, Canada, Australia, everywhere. And then what they do is they go and take citizenship. They take political asylum. And then they spew venom against India from these countries. They protest in front of our embassies. For what? I don't understand till now what has happened. I don't understand the crux of this problem. And I'm fairly well read in these matters because I do this every day as a profession. I have not understood. Somebody says Sikhs are being discriminated against in India, and violence against this. I have not heard of any violence against the Sikhs. I don't know what they're talking about. Sure, yes, during the 80s there was a problem. There was a serious problem. There was a very serious problem. But now, after the 80s, it's not happened. Violence takes place everywhere. It takes place in Punjab, in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, everywhere. Violence will happen everywhere. It happens in the US. It happens in Canada also. But there is no targeted violence against the Sikhs. Please let me know if there is, because I have not come across any media report for that matter that there is targeted violence against the Sikhs. These Khalistanis make up stories. They just invent stories out of thin air, and they fool the white people, because white people are generally gullible, because when you talk to them about human rights and stuff like that, you know, there is that white man's guilt that we have done wrong in the past and we must correct our wrongs. The Khalistanis take advantage of white guilt. They know where to hit. Radical Islamist societies do exactly the same. They take advantage of white guilt. They find those cracks in the system and they get through. This is why Justin Trudeau has the gall and the gumption to talk badly against India, to blame India for things that India has never done, and yet at the same time, you know, project himself as a paragon of free speech. And when it comes to his own people, Canadians, who are saying we don't want the vaccine, he lets loose the Canadian Mounties on them. He files cases against them. He troubles them, and he tells the foreign media or foreigners, you can't come there, you can't meet these people. We never had any such restrictions. The farmers were busy giving interviews to everybody and everybody. I mean, BBC was there and Al Jazeera was there and everybody was there. Nobody stopped anybody. It was the farmers who had blocked the road. We didn't block the road. We didn't allow, we didn't say, I beg your pardon, we didn't say that, you know, this person can't go, this person can't go. Everybody went. So, you know, when the Canadians have this attitude that, hey, we are a superior democracy, no, you're not. You're just a dictatorship run by a wimp. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.